welcome to Battle of the Christmas Movies against the two networks, Lifetime and Hallmark. So, let's get started. We're going to be covering 5 movies, 3 from Lifetime, 2 from Hallmark. So the first one I want to cover is Lifetime, A Welcome Home Christmas. Now this one I really did enjoy. It was very heartfelt. Actually made me cry, believe it or not. I do like those movies where it's there's almost something mystical about it, but it was really about a soldier, an army vet that comes home and is having a difficult time adjusting, and then there's this other army vet, and she's been out for over a year, but she now volunteers, and her job is to help other veterans just get adjusted with the lifestyle, help them find jobs if they need that. So it was really heartfelt. I love their chemistry, it was really great. And then there was a thing towards the end about a dog, which was a military dog. Do you know what they do?
Service dogs.
Yeah, so no, but in the army, is that what they're called?
Yeah,
service dogs.
Yeah, they usually call them service dogs. Well, I don't know the name of them.
They're like soldiers too, isn't it?
Yeah, the funny. Okay.
They're private. Whatever.
But here's a fun fact about it. Did you know that this is? I guess I'm included in the review. But
yeah.
Here's a fun fact. Actually, when it comes to some of those military dogs, they actually have a higher rank than their handler.
Why?
Because then, if the person abuses the dog, it carries a much stiffer penalty.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe service dogs. If not, I'll put in a text thing saying what the real name is.
Yeah. But yeah, so at the end, it was his best friend. He ends up getting, transferred. And, he felt really sad about that because he got really close to this dog, and they'd been working together for years. So at the end, who turns out to be his girlfriend now, ends up bringing the dog back to him. So that was very heartfelt. The dog's name was Otter, something like that. Otter, something, I don't know. But yeah, it was so cute. I couldn't see it, but I could hear the dog go, that kind of sound of reunited again. And so it was very heartfelt. It was really sad. There was a part where I did cry because there was a military mom, and she was down on her luck a little bit with her child, and this mystical Santa appears because the real Santa didn't show up, but they thought this was the hired Santa, but it was the real Santa, and ends up giving the daughter her gift, and then says, oh, there's some for the parents too, and she was crying because she wasn't expecting a gift. So that was really cute. And then there was this other girl, she was always wanting her parents to come for Christmas because they're both in the military, and they weren't sure if they were going to be able to make it, and they didn't think they would, but by some miracle they did. The girl said, oh, did you get my letter, Santa? And it was oh yes, I did, but it's a very hard one. Santa's very busy, but then he kind of smiles and says, look over there, and then her parents were there, and she's like, Mommy, Daddy, and it was just really heartfelt. I liked it. I really genuinely liked it. So that was a good one. Welcome Home Christmas. The other one is, what's that one called? What was it? Oh, A Very Charming Christmas Time. Okay, this one I really liked as well. Once again, great chemistry. I enjoyed it. There was a songwriter who's also a blogger and stuff like that. So I guess she goes to places and she blogs about them. And she goes to this particular town, which is kind of known for their Christmas celebration and all that. And she ends up meeting this guy who owns a chocolate shop, and she really loves chocolate. So they don't get on at first, but then they eventually, find that they really like each other. Obviously the usual, something happens, a mistake or misunderstanding, and there's the drama of it all. But eventually they come back together. But it was really nice. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, and like I said, the chemistry was really good. So that was a really good one as well. So one more from Lifetime. The other one's Christmas on the Vine. I just saw that one, and I really enjoyed that one. But I will say at first, the female character, the lead, I thought she was a bit too much at first. Just overly peppy and just outright. I was like, she's a bit too much. But I kind of got used to her, and before I knew it, I was kind of liking her as well. So it was great chemistry as well. I thought it was a bit like, it was like instant how quickly they got along. Like it was like all of a sudden they're having snowball fights and all this kind of chemistry going on. So I thought it was a bit quick, but at the same time I did enjoy it. It was about I guess she's a marketing agent or something like that, and she is supposed to help their clients kind of rebuild their business, the marketing, so that they can start to make money again. And this particular family, who happened to be a guy she went to high school with, and he and his family have a winery? Is that what I call them? Wineries? Yeah. They got a winery and it's kind of failing, and they're kind of down on their luck, and soon they'll have to sell it because they can't afford it anymore. But she shows up and she really helps them out. They create a new blend, which is really great. They end up getting a distributor because they lost their distributor. So it was a good movie. I just thought at first she was way too peppy, but some people are like that, I guess. But either way, it doesn't take away from the movie. It was enjoyable. All right, so that's Lifetime. Now Hallmark. Never kiss a guy, or is it a man? Never kiss a guy in a Christmas sweater. I think that's it. Close enough.
Never kiss a man in a Christmas sweater.
Never kiss a man in a Christmas sweater. So for that one, I did enjoy that one. What was it about?
So it's forgettable.
I don't think it's forgettable. I just, a lot was going on last weekend. Joe Biden and all that. Oh gosh, what was it about? Pause.
Single mom Maggie is facing Christmas alone until Lucas, I guess, comes into her life.
Single mom Maggie.
Yeah.
Why am I not remembering this movie?
It must be that forgettable.
No, it's not though. It's just like lost on me. I actually enjoyed it.
So it's a forgettable, enjoyable movie.
Give me more. Was that it? Just single mom Maggie?
That's my screenshots. I can only see so much.
Oh. I know more. I was sleep deprived, but
Too freaking obsessed.
Huh?
You're too obsessed. This is Lifetime?
No, that's Hallmark.
Okay, you're just gonna have to redo that intro. Not for everything, just the intro for this, because then I'll edit it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I was sleep deprived, so I'm like...
I told you not to obsess, and you did.
I needed to, I just couldn't.
Okay, single mom Maggie is facing Christmas alone until Lucas crashes into her life and becomes an unexpected house guest. Together, they overcome Christmas while finding comfort in their own.
Oh, I remember now.
Okay, now do it again.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. Okay.
So now.
Okay.
Never kiss a man in a sweater.
All right.
Christmas.
So, Hallmark time. Never kiss a man in a Christmas sweater. This one, I believe, she's a single mom, and she ends up doing something that messes up this guy's Christmas vacation. Like, he gets hurt, so he hurts his hand, and now he needs to see the doctor and all that, and he's unable to fly, and I don't know why, because of his hand. That he's like, maybe he missed his flight or something like that. But either way, I didn't quite get that part. But yeah, so she volunteers because she feels so terrible. She says, hey, I've got a guest house, how about you stay there? And he's like, all right. So he ends up staying in her guest house, but then she still feels really bad, so she really tries to get him to join her and like preparing the Christmas stuff and all. So they're getting really close to each other. They're kind of getting to know one another, and she's able to like figure out something about his childhood that he really loved. He was an architect, so that was what he was doing and famously known for doing. He wears these weird types of sweaters, so that was also another thing probably about the title. But yeah, so pretty much he's an architect. He forgot his true love for architecture, and he wasn't sure if he wanted to go back to the big booming business in, I think, New York or something. And she was just really wanting someone that's just not going to leave her and is not going to want to just focus on their job. So yeah, that was a really good movie. He ends up finding what he truly wants to do, which is teach. That he really does love that, and build and just build houses and stuff like that. He really likes building houses. So that's how that pretty much goes. But it was like, was it forgettable? No.
It sounds pretty forgettable. An enjoyable, forgettable film.
I won't lie, I did kind of fall asleep a little bit, but not because of the movie. It was genuinely enjoyable. They had good chemistry. I will say that actually I did like their chemistry. He was funny actually. Yeah, he had a good sense of humor. So I enjoyed that one too. Next up, it's what was the other one?
Christmas with the Darlings.
Christmas with the Darlings. Okay, I really liked this one. This was a really good movie. Once again, kind of sad because there's the 3 children and their parents died. They were living in Australia with their parents and stuff like that, but they died, and now their guardians, who happens to be their 2 uncles, end up needing to take care of them. The oldest uncle wants them to, go to boarding school for Christmas because that's kind of what they grew up with. And he says it'll be good for them, give them character and all this stuff. But the other brother, who was always known as the party brother, kind of like young and doesn't really care about anything, he was like, no, I want them to stay here. And they have this one assistant who is now, she passed her bar, so she's now an attorney herself. But she volunteers to stay with the kids so that they can actually stay home for Christmas. And she and the young uncle, that's known as the party uncle, end up taking care of the 3 children for Christmas. And it was sad because the children didn't want to get used to it because they're like, remember, we're not staying here. This is not home and stuff like that. But the uncle and the assistant really wanted them to feel comfortable and that say, no, you must have fun and relax and enjoy yourselves. And they really end up like loving each other. They love the kids. The uncle ends up like showing that he wants to do more in the family business. He ends up getting a great position in the family business, but it turns out he has to go and live in like Taiwan or something like that. But he doesn't want to do that, so he's like, I don't want to do that because I love these children. I want to stay in them. I don't think they should go to boarding school. They should go to this school. And the assistant was like, yeah, I don't want to be this corporate attorney. I want to be a family attorney, advocate and stuff like that. So they end up staying and taking care of the kids themselves, and they're just like one big happy family. But I really did enjoy it because their chemistry was really great, and I just have a feeling like the guy, he was really hot, but that's just the feeling I got. But I really did like his personality. It reminded me of some other person, but I can't remember. Maybe that was him, but he had a great personality. But altogether, I really liked that one. So both networks really had great movies. All 5 of them were really great. I enjoyed all of them. So I'm going to give both 10s. All right. Well, that's it for Battle of the Christmas movies. This time around, I'll be watching more movies, and I will see you next time. Hit that notification bell, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.